Does Dustin Jacoby's proven knockout power shut this down early, or can Julius Walker drag him into the grappling danger zone and flip the fight onto the mat? Welcome back to the Prestige. We're going to break down a classic light heavyweight clash of intent. Jacoby wants clean kickboxing exchanges and fast damage, while Walker's entire game is built around forcing takedowns and creating submission threats. This fight is decided by who enforces their phase first and how quickly. First, the fight style interaction map. How these two styles actually play up against each other. For Dustin Jacoby, his primary style is a power striker, and his secondary style is a kickboxer. What he likes is distance striking and open space kickboxing for knockout power. He doesn't like ground positions where submission threats will compound. Now, Julius Walker, he's a wrestler first and a submission specialist second. What he likes is takedowns and a top control and grappling sequences. He doesn't like extended striking exchanges with power punchers. Where their styles will collide is at distance. Jacoby looks to punish Walker on entries, while Walker attempts to turn striking pressure into takedowns, creating scrambles and immediate grappling danger. Now on to the win funnel. Now this is the clear path each fighter needs to follow to win the fight. For Dustin Jacoby, his win funnel is long-range striking to set up his power shots, stuff takedowns and counter the entries, and then get a knockout in rounds 1 or 2. For Julius Walker, he wants to close distance aggressively and get those takedowns, force Jacoby into to fight with his hands low and tire him out, and get a submission or a ground technical knockout. Now here's the strengths each fighter brings specifically to this fight. For Dustin Jacoby, he brings knockout power that directly targets Walker's defensive exposure. He has striking accuracy advantage against the wrestling-first opponent, and he has a camp from Factory X that sharpens his counters and distance management. And for Julius Walker, he has strong takedown efficiency against strikers. He has legitimate submission threat once the fight hits the mat, and his Team Fusion camp has an emphasis on grappling pressure and control. Now on the flip side, the weaknesses that can be exposed by their opponent. For Jacoby, he has an absorption risk if he's forced to the ground. He also has recent losses that raise durability questions, and he has takedown defense that can be pressured by chain attempts. In Julius Walker, he has a small sample size against proven power strikers. His record remains largely untested, and his pace and durability can crack if he's stuck at range. The hidden detail that these stats expose is Julius Walker's scramble-based submission efficiency against strikers spikes 25%, creating finish opportunities directly off failed or partially defended takedown attempts. Why it's missed is most analysis focuses on striking versus wrestling, not scramble outcomes, and it appears during takedown attempts and transitions, and it favors Walker. Now for Julius Walker, he has a small sample size against proven power strikers. His record remains largely untested in the UFC, and his pace and durability can crack if he's repeatedly stuck at range. I ran 100,000 simulations using real in-depth stats with fight-based modifiers, and here's what came out. For Dustin Jacoby, he has a 52% chance to win, with 37% by knockout, 1% by submission, and 14% by decision. And Julius Walker has a 48% chance to win, with 10% by knockout, 26% by submission, and 12% by decision. The most common finish window is round 1, and the outcome volatility is chaotic. In the end, Dustin Jacoby's experience and power striking, refined at Factory X, give him the most reliable early path to victory against Julius Walker. Jacoby wins most often by keeping the fight at range and punishing entries before grappling chains can develop. However, the hidden scramble data gives Walker legitimate submission upside if he does force repeated takedown attempts. If this fight flips, it's because Walker chains early grappling exchanges and turns a scramble into sustained top control or a submission. What do you think? Jacoby by a knockout or Walker by submission upset? Drop your prediction in the comments. I read every one of them. If this breakdown helps you at all, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the rest of the breakdowns. Thank you for watching, and let's see who wins this matchup.